Now, Corvette C7.R Grand Prix kicking off. Now, I said I'd do a one run here with the practice round and the route that I would use with the Corvette C7 in this start of the Grand Prix. Like, I'm in the practice round here. This is obviously the same stage that's going to be used in the qualification. The only difference between my practice round and qualification round is I'm actually going to leave the car completely at stock for this. So I'm not going to apply the upgrades for it for the practice portions, just to give myself that bit more of a challenge, and also this will kind of tilt the deck in terms of where I get placed into for qualifications. So yeah, this car is just going to be underperforming a small little bit. Honestly, this is a D-class, kind of a junker car. It's not bad, but I mean, it's a D-class car. You really don't want to be going crazy spending tokens on this one. Not too much anyway, unless you really love the car. Not needed as part of the special event, and I don't think it's needed as part of the other upcoming events that approach the Switches version anytime soon. And now, gonna do run number 2 on this one, and yeah, this stage, Tunnel Jam, it actually shows up like just how weak this car is. I would normally throw this car over the signage area out from underneath the bridge, about the 20-25 second mark on the stage. The only problem is this car genuinely doesn't seem to be fast enough to actually do the jump that I would normally do. I ended up like eating S-word and coming down on top of the sign. So yeah, like definitely keep in mind just how not powerful this one is when it comes to if you're gonna invest in it. Just the fact that, like, again, really pretty car, but like obviously mine is at stock, so it's not really going to have the nitro efficiency that the proper version of this will have, as you would start it up once or twice. But really just keep in mind for players, just basically yeah, this is a D-class car. This is the portion I was talking about, by the way. I might try with a nitro shockwave. Let's see, can this get the air? Yup. And just about at stock, but like absolutely nightmarishly close to dropping down there. And yeah, like I said, eating fine. Still though, the you just want to make sure you get the 3 conditions for this. Well, I do at the moment, but like yeah, so if you're doing your qualifications with this one, it's not too bad. You can get it over that that sign, but I did genuinely, just the first run of that I attempted, just absolutely whomped into the sign. Now 117.3, I think that's like, yeah, that's 9 seconds safe of the actual time that it asks you for first. 117, so it still will be 5 seconds past the beat race time, so that'll probably put me into like a kind of tier 2 upper tier 2 group, possibly, hopefully not tier 1 with this thing, because I don't want to be in a really bad contest for it. I don't mind, to be fair, to tier 1 in the last group would have given me the key for the car had it been for a key. But yeah, like I said, this is just one where I don't know, it's hard to be that excited for a car that's, I mean, it's pretty, but yeah, it's just it's so weak, and it's not needed for anything as far as I know. The only thing that I know of which needs that car is in the daily events, just yeah, for the actual stars and stripes part. So like by unlocking this, you'll get 100 tokens. Yay! Yeah, it's still 100 tokens isn't bad, but you know, just keep that in mind, that if you're looking at the shop and you're thinking about buying the relay packs and stuff like that, which do give a lot of blueprints, to be fair for them, like the final one of these I think is 8 blueprints and yeah, 100,000 credits for each one, so you got 400,000 credits to be had from these, and like yeah, 15 and 21 and 26 blueprints in total for 3,000 tokens. So you know exactly what you're getting with that. So at least you could get yourself a star up or so for the car. Obviously, there'll be packs available for it as well as soon as the Grand Prix actually kicks off properly. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to suggest kind of spending on the car really. Maybe just a 1-star upgrade at the start for the simple sake of like giving yourself a good footing if you're really seeking down that key. Now, when it comes to the costs for this one, just in case you're wondering with those, so you can see obviously the first star there requires from where my car is, given the fact that I've got some blueprints from the Legend Pass, I'm at 10 of 22, so I would need 12 for the next star. And then looking ahead at the other stars, so it's not incredibly expensive in terms of the cost. They don't go up like crazy the way the GT2 did from that Ford Grand Prix that was just on. So like your second star is 22 blueprints for it, as you see there, 30 for star number 3, star 4 is 35, and then star 5 is 38. Total of 125 blueprints needed to get this car from MD2 full pretty much. But again, it is just like, even at the max starter, 2948 rating, and you can see again what I mean is like that has so much acceleration, but it's so duff on the rest of the stats. Really, it's like it's just incredibly weak. Obviously, like with that amount of stats put into it, kind of on par there with the Fury's 305 top speed. Now, so like with the Griffith, that's obviously the max tuning of that car. Compare that to the max values there from the Corvette. So maximum top speed is ever going to get to is 307. Definitely, it'll chip the Fury by a small bit. Acceleration ever so slightly less than the Fury. Handling 10 stats less than the Fury, and a nitro a couple higher, but like realistically, again, like compared to the TVR Griffith, the acceleration is a fair bit higher. The handling is on par with that car, and like anyone who's raced with the Griffith's gonna know the fact that like when that thing begins to turn a corner, it's just really like falls apart. Nitro efficiency, again, slightly better than the Griffith, but at a cost of 30 top speed. It would be a decent rival for the Honda Civic in terms of the actual speed that it can output, but then the acceleration, handling, and nitro of the Honda Civic at 4 stars even just like whip it across the board. If anyone's wondering the stages, by the way, that they need to kind of get ready for in this Grand Prix, I have them taken out here. So qualification is in Tunnel Jam that you can see today, and for the next 2 days, because there'll be 2 qualification stages. Then Hotel Road in the Caribbean, which is a fairly short track there. That's the 32nd one. Odong Rise is a really long Shanghai course, and like it's gonna be a pretty cool challenge to kind of get the most out of this car, because obviously like no nitro ability really, so to speak of. High acceleration, but Shanghai isn't needed for that. So like in Shanghai most of the time it'll be like just keeping the car stuck at that top speed. But Rat Race then is the 3rd stage. That's the one in Osaka where you just go down into the tunnels and around that bendy portion. That could be another one that'll give this car a challenge with its low handling. 1000 Minarets is the really awesome Cairo stage. That's about like 1:20 long. It has quite a lot of jumps and stuff on there, so it could be interesting again to race in this car just to see what you can kind of get out of it. Waterside, then the really short San Francisco course where you just that tiny bit of the track where you just go along the water's edge down near the wharf, and it's just got that one jump up to the finish. It's one of the 30-second tracks, so definitely that'll be about getting everything you can out of that car on such a short track. And then finishing off with one of the New York stages just to showcase that track. So Leaps and Bounds then will be stage number 6 in this Grand Prix. So there's your stages to kind of get ready for in this. But anyway guys, up there, sub button, video, and yeah, as always guys, with this, good luck in the Grand Prix and the qualification stages. Hopefully might see you inside one of my groups, and yeah guys, drive safe and good luck.